And I just have 2 witnesses.
Okay, come on. Y'all can come on up. We'll do it. Y'all can come up here. We'll do it, and you can.
That's fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
Unless you think we need to do it more formally. Let's see how it goes.
No problem.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Norbert Freo, Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Freo is charged in cause number 25 DCCR 0366 with the offense of murder.
What started as a simple overdose call spiraled into a full-blown murder case. A husband, once a caregiver and community man, now stands accused of taking a life. But as the hearing unfolds, one question changes everything. Is this man a killer, or just trapped by a broken system?
Offense date of January 18th of 2025. Mr. Adams has filed an application for habeas corpus seeking bail reduction. Looks like the bond is currently set at $1 million. Do you intend to call your client?
No, ma'am.
All right, you may call your first witness.
Yes, Miss Nicole Freo.
Ms. Freo, if you'll come up, please. Mr. Freo, if you'll just kind of back over just a little bit. And ma'am, you could just stand here by Mr. That's good, right there's fine. Ma'am, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you, ma'am.
All right, will you state your full name for the record?
Nicole Freo,
And where do you currently reside?
1490 Alice Drive,
And, I'm sorry,
Beaumont, Texas.
and what do you do and how are you employed?
I work at the Federal Bureau of Prisons. I've been there for 21 years. I'm currently a correctional officer. I was previously a teacher.
All right. The gentleman to my right, who is he?
My husband.
And how long have you been married?
We were married for 10 years. We were married for 10 years. We divorced and recently got remarried in July.
All right. And how long has he been a resident of Jefferson County?
I was like that I know of.
And how old is he?
52.
52 years old. So lifelong a resident of Jefferson County. For purposes of the factors regarding bond, he has lifelong ties here to Jefferson County. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
As far as family support and lifelong ties to Jefferson County, he has several people behind me to my right.
Yes.
Right? And who are these individuals?
I have one of my best friends. I have his sister, his mom, his dad, his brother, one of his friends that he worked for as a trucking company. And I have my brother back there that he was just here also too.
All right. So for purposes of addressing the $1 million bond, did you make an attempt to reach out to some bonding companies regarding this particular bond?
I did.
And I show you what's been marked as Defendant's Exhibit 1 and Defendant's Exhibit 2. And these are letters from United Bail Bonding Company in Nederland, and then Allied Bail Bonds, and that would be in Beaumont. Can you identify these two?
Yes.
And are those letters that you actually secured from these bonding companies, right?
Yes, sir.
And when you secured these letters on $1 million bond, what would be their fee to make $1 million bond?
$100,000.
Do you or Mr. Freo have $100,000 cash anywhere?
No, sir.
Do you have any property that could be sold for $100,000?
No, sir.
Do you have any friends or family members that would be willing to loan you $100,000?
No, sir.
Could you go to a lending company and they give you $100,000?
No, sir.
I show what's been marked as 1 and 2 to opposing counsel.
No objection.
And I asked it to be admitted in evidence.
1 and 2 are admitted.
All right. Now, in terms of his ability to pay, I show you what has been marked as Defendant's Exhibit 3, and I show you what has been marked as Defendant's Exhibit number 4. Defendant's Exhibit number 3 is a 2024 tax statement. All right. Are you familiar with this?
Yes, sir. My husband was hired to be my dad's caregiver. My dad was a veteran, and he had a stroke last year in February and was bedbound, never did recover, and he had to get hospitalized.
So far, the defense has painted Freo as a devoted husband, a caregiver, and a man with deep community roots, not a murderer. His wife pleads through tears, proving they can't even afford 10% of the bond set against him. But just when it seems like emotion might outweigh evidence, the real weight of the charge begins to surface.
Care, and we had to move in with him. We had to have 24-hour service for my dad. I work currently. My husband had freelance. He would be like do mechanic work or buy, sell cars and sell. So in return, I asked my husband would he be my caregiver for my dad so I can go to work and provide, and that's what he did.
Okay, and then Defendant's Exhibit number 4 is Manifestation Home Health Care Inc., and you can tell us what that is.
It's a check amount because that's what he would get paid. They would pay him 4 hours a day at a rate fee to a week because that's all he would qualify for, and the rest was on me because that was my husband, and I feel like it was a blessing for him to take care of my dad and to sacrifice his finances and his thing. I made sure my husband didn't eat anything, but that's all he got paid.
So the long and short of it is according to this W-2, his gross income for last year, I see $2,560. Is that correct?
Yes.
I asked that Defendant's Exhibit 3 and number 4 be admitted in evidence, showing his income.
No objection, those, Your Honor.
3 and 4 admitted.
All right. You identified several individuals here in the courtroom, but in addition to that, to establish his ties to our community, we secured several character letters from multiple individuals, right? And these are what we secured. I asked you to look at Defendant's Exhibit number 5, and their character letters from different family members and people in the community. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Are you asking the judge to consider the character letters that we got for purposes of whether or not he's a flight risk, safety to the community, and any ties to the community?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll offer Defendant's Exhibit number 5, which
No
is
objection.
with all this is character letters, Your Honor.
5's admitted.
All right. Now, as far as whether or not Mr. Freo would be a flight risk, one of the factors is the nature of the offense. And as far as the nature of the offense, this has involved the death of an individual by the name of Benicia Buckner on 1/18/25. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. To show that he's not a flight risk, are you aware that he himself voluntarily gave a statement to the police on that day?
Yes, sir. I was with you.
All right. And do you know that he voluntarily gave up his phone so it could be searched?
Yes, sir. I was with you.
All right. And do you know that he voluntarily let them search, I believe, his truck, right?
His truck and the HHR. Yes, sir. I was with him.
All right. So in terms of whether or not he's a flight risk, he's not a flight risk. This is somebody who's cooperating with the police. He's not saying, I'm not cooperating, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then as far as safety to the community, to my understanding, he has no prior felony history. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then as far as the future safety of the victim, well, in this case, the victim is deceased, right?
Yes, sir.
But in terms of him being dangerous, or do you know him to be that way?
No, sir.
And how would you describe his character, and how would you describe his personality?
He's a nurturer. He's very attentive. If I have a hair out of place, he's gonna put it back in place. Baby, when you fix it for me, he took care of my dad 7 days a week. I had to go to work. He would get up in the middle of the night and go take care of my dad. When I was sick, when I had back surgery, when I had a stroke, he was there by my side. He took care of me.
So the long and short of it is, with a $1 million bond, is it your position that $1 million bond for a man that made basically $2,600 last year for the entire year would be oppressive?
Yes.
And the $1 million bond in essence is really no bond at all, because he wouldn't be able to make that kind of bond.
No, sir.
Now, with your help and with the help of family members, so you said that you work at
I work for the Federal Bureau of Prisons.
right, the Federal Bureau of Prisons. When talking to those two bondsmen, did y'all talk about a bond, let's say, of about $100,000 maybe?
They were open. Yeah, she told me what it would be. It's 10% no matter whatever the bond is set at.
So if the bond is set at, 100,000 or 50,000 or something like that, would that be something a little bit more manageable?
It'd be hard, but I would do it because I know my husband's innocent, but I would do it. It would be hard because I have to pay for you as an attorney, pay for, an investigator to prove my husband's innocence when it's already been said. But it would be hard, but I would do it because he don't deserve to be there.
Okay, so in this particular case, you said to prove his innocence, you believe this is an actual case of innocence, is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
Now, I know with future safety of the victim as a condition or a factor in determining bond, to your knowledge, did your husband and Denisha Buckner have any kind of relationship prior to 1/8/25?
No, sir. I was told that he met her, she did his hair. That's the only reason he met her. He was looking for someone to do his hair. Prior to that, no.
Okay, so in terms of future safety, whether or not he's a danger to the community and his ties to the community, all he knew this lady from is basically doing hair, right?
Yes,
And that was more of a professional relationship.
right.
Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So are you asking the judge today, and we'll get straight to the point, to lower that $1 million bond?
Yes, I am.
And are you asking her to lower it to a number of 100,000 or less, which is going to be tight on you, but that'll be something a little bit more manageable?
It's gonna be real tight, but yeah, whatever we would do whatever. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Judge, as far as the factor on the nature of the offense, my final witness would be Mr. Best, and he'll address that factor.
Thank you, ma'am. Hang on, Mr. Nichols, do you have any questions?
No, for this position.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You can have a seat.
All right.
You may call your next.
The hearing begins with a surprising twist. The defendant, Norbert Freo, did not run, he surrendered. From the start, the defense frames him not as a criminal, but as a caregiver, a husband who once nursed his father-in-law and even tended to his wife through illness. But the charge against him is heavier than emotion can soften murder. The woman he is accused of killing, Denisha Buckner, was found dead in what was first believed to be an overdose. Months later, the case shifted, and suddenly Freo stood at the center. The courtroom turns into a battlefield of perception. His wife, Nicole, takes the stand first, painting a picture of loyalty and poverty. She shows the judge letters, not of law, but of character. A man who earned only $2,600 in a year. A man who cut hair, fixed engines, and changed bed sheets through the night. $1 million bond doesn't just keep him jailed, she argues. It destroys their life before guilt is ever proven. Then comes the core question. Is Freo a flight risk, or a man who willingly gave up his phone, his truck, and his privacy? The defense claims innocence, so loudly it shakes the air. Yet the facts remain. Someone died. Voluntary cooperation does not erase suspicion. Good character does not erase a body. As the hearing reaches its final turn, one truth settles over the room. Justice is not just about guilt, it is about access. Freedom here has a price tag, and the price may already be more than anyone can pay.